Hello, hockey fans. Nick Heron coming at you from Dodgeville Ice Arena, Harris Something Park in Dodgeville, Wisconsin. Just under a minute of warm-ups left to go. Hopefully we don't have a introductions again. That took more time than we needed, and the kids got a lot more colder than they needed. Today's game is against the M&M Thunder. Marinette and Menominee, I believe, is the two M's. They are the home team for today's game. As was the last game, it appears we're going to have a ice scraping after period number 1. Buccaneers are wearing their light blue tops and socks, red breezers. M&M, Marinette, white tops, green trim, white blue socks with green trim, black breezers. They are the Thunder. As in previous game this morning, I'm in the corner at the end. So some of the stuff far away, I'll try and keep up with it. Otherwise, action should be right in your living room. Hope everyone's doing okay back in Des Moines in the region. Hopefully snow stopped. And if not, we're glad you're tuning in and enjoying the game with us. The temperature outside was 3 degrees. Got a little cooler as the day went on. Still can see my breath. Still got my gloves on, so we're in good shape. 15-minute stop clock period unless you are up by 6 or more after the first period. There's Evan Burke with it off the opening draw. If you're up 6 after the first period, it goes to a running clock until you get within 6. Both of these teams lost their first round games. Bucs lost 5-2. And Marinette, I believe the score was 11-0, maybe 12-0. In their opening matchup against Sauk Prairie, Sauk Rapids, Sauk something. We're going to get delayed penalty here, right at midway, center ice. Goal's been pulled. Evan Burke into the attacking zone. Tries a little chip in behind. Marinette touches up, and we're going to get a roughing call by the Thunder. Bucs are going to go on a power play here, just under a minute inside the first period. On the ice right now, Jensen Walker, Grant Walk, Blake Reckhemper, Cam Hentz at D, along with Colt Tice. Thunder try to backhand it out. Reckhemper there with it, still in the corner. There's the referee, back out to Hentz at the point. Takes a low shot, misses wide of the net. Walk can't keep it in, but Tice does. Puck escapes the zone. Bucks there to retrieve. It's Grant Walks. He's going to take it behind his own net and lead charge down the ice. Diagonal pass doesn't find a target, and we're going to get an icing call. Miscommunication there. Not sure if Grant saw something nobody else did, or somebody didn't recognize they were getting the puck, but it's going to be an icing. Just under a minute to go on the power play for the Bucs, still 0-0 in the first. Reckhemper with it, behind his own net. Brings it back out the near side. Still carrying the ice. Backhands it to the center. Jensen Walker has it taken away. Tries to clear it to the point. Shot in. Bouncing puck. Pushed away. There's a tall player for the Thunder. Ray Camper with the shot right up along the boards. Puck is still loose at their feet. Played around to the far side. Tice with it. Tice with a shot. Two Bucs are calling for it in the slot. Neither one can get it. Clear the zone. Back to Tice. Rick. Penalty is over. Walks has two on. Here comes the third. Takes a backhand and a shot high up over the net. Good opportunity there for the Bucs. Puck stayed in. Cam Hentz fighting hard. Thunder with it, and over to Kaiser. Kaiser with the diagonal pass to Heron. Heron comes into the dots, tries to backhand it to Lambert. Never gets through. Thunder clear the zone. We're going to get an icing call. We're going to come down and have a face-off right in front of us. Refs are calling for a new puck. Oh, no, just calling for this guy to take the face-off. Heron taps it up to Ewing. Thunder played around. Kaiser keeps it in at the point. Still there. Puck's free. Lambert to Burns, up to Heron, comes around the near side, takes a low shot, misses wide of the net. Kaiser there, another center shot, Heron backhands it, misses wide right, Ewing into the corner. Lambert the half wall, drops it for Ewing, goes behind the net. Centering pass, Heron out to Lambert, back to Heron, and the puck frozen at the side of the net. Good opportunity by Blue. Not enough mustard on the backhand to beat the goalie. Covered up right next to the post. We'll get a face-off. Thunder clear the puck all the way out. We're going to get an icing. Come all the way back down here. A lot of icing in these first few minutes. Last game, it took the Buccaneers a little bit of the first period to get their skates under them, start playing some hockey. Not sure about this first team, but it is cold. It'll just take a while to get warm. Shizzle behind the net, backhands, hits a Thunder in front, scoots up to the side. Hentz tries to toe drag, poke checked away, back to Hentz. Hentz is going to take it to the end line, all the way around the net. Backhands it back to the end line. There's a shot in the goal. Evan Burke with the goal, assist from Cam Hentz on the backside. And the Bucs are going to take a 1-0 lead early here in the period. There's Hentz with the backhand to Burke. Hentz maintained possession of that puck for quite some time. Allowed things to open up in front.
First goal scored by Des Moines by number 35, Evan Burke. Assisted by number 28, Cameron Hens.
Shizzle coming after us here. Going around the end line. Another centering pass. Burke tried to get a second one. Puck went right under his stick, right to a Thunder, and they're going to go out the other way. There's a shot blocked by Sickles. Puck still loose at the other end. Hence, battling with it. Comes out to a Thunder shot. Sickles block, save, and held for a faceoff. Puck loose at the point. Thunder throw the puck into the corner. Gathered up by, not sure. Grant walked back on the backside. There's a shot and a goal. Grant walked, beats the goalie, glove side. Hopefully I got it for you, Grant. Just a little slow. Apologies there, Grant, but it was a beautiful goal. Puck gets up to Grant off the face-off again, takes a shot from the slot. Good glove save by the goalie. Held and whistle blown. Just under 9 minutes ago here in the first period. Bucs on top 2-0. Grant with it in front of me, us. Hello. Puck out to Kaiser at point. Kaiser sends it in, bouncing puck. Ray Kemper can't get a stick on it. Walker pokes in behind the end line. Walked back, hands it into the slot, intercepted by the Thunder going out. The far side kept in by Tice. Thunder retrieve. Send it out of the zone to Kaiser. Kaiser tries to go around a defender, loses it. Tice there to clean up for the Bucs. Walker up to walked, and we're gonna, Red Kemper, and we're gonna get an icing. Walker's pass a little too far in front of Red Kemper. Face off at the other end. Hence, Ewing, Heron, Lambert, and Tice, I believe, are still out there. Ewing with a strong face-off win. Thunder gather, takes a snapshot from outside the face-off circle by Sickles. Heron flicks it out of the zone. Up to Lambert. Lambert over to Burns. Heron stops. Snapshot right into the goalie and frozen. Looks like it's Cam and Burns out there on defense. Ewing, Lambert, and Heron. Puck into the corner, shoved on by Heron. Lambert tried to get it back to him. Taken by a Thunder. Puck is still loose. Boston Ewing with shot high up in the air. Finally covered by the Thunder goalie and frozen for another faceoff. It's a good hard shot by Boston. Haven't seen one of those in a while. He has the ability to do it. Just needs that little extra inch of space, and he can put it anywhere in the net. Cross ice pass bounces off the wall in front of the bench. Puck is finally cleared by the Thunder. Hence back to retrieve. Up to Heron. Heron backhands it up to Lambert. Lambert with a shot, misses wide right. Bounces off the back wall. Thunder try to play around. Heron centering pass. Flicked out by the goalie. Ewing slips on the ice, loses possession. Thunder going the other way. We're going to get an icing call as the referee's hands raised up. .6:42 left here in the first period. Bucs are on top 2-0 thanks to goals by Evan Burke and Grant Wacht. Gavin Hazel's shot goes through the goal crease. Burke can't get a stick on there. Bounces through the half wall, gathered by the Thunder. Kaiser tips it with his stick to prevent the icing. Thunder try to contact, and we're going to get a delayed penalty here. Kaiser with the puck, going in front of his own bench. Chips it ahead. Thunder with possession, and there's the whistle. We're going to get roughing. Up along the near boards. Not sure if it was late. Wasn't playing the puck. But referee's arms went up right away. Hazel, Kaiser out there with Benning, Schizzle, and Burke. Marinette coach asking for an explanation on the penalty. Referee gives it. He's satisfied. Puck is dropped. There's Burke from a shot from the circle and gloved by the goalie for another face-off. 3 seconds off the clock. Icing's the call. Oh, barely there. Was a late call. Foot race between the Thunder and the Bucs. The puck won, and we got a face-off down here. Minute 18 left on the power play. Under 6 to go here in the first period. Burke with it, coming around the net. Centering pass. Oh, Schizzle with a great opportunity. Mishits it. Great pass from Burke. Shot by Hazel. Misses wide of the mark. Deacon Benning there to retrieve from the half wall. Puck skates off his stick. Thunder try to clear it to Kaiser. Kaiser at the blue line. Burke takes it from the slot. There's a pass. Referee says stayed in. Benning with a little check, dispossesses the puck, houses the bad pass. Evan Burke. Back Kaiser. Kaiser with the shot. Front of the goalie, save covered up. And the whistle blows. Just under 30 seconds to go here in the period, or in the penalty. 5:06 to go in the period. Grant Wacht for the face-off with Walker and Raycamper out there. Wacht with it. Back to Hentz at the point. Hentz's shot wide of the mark. Wacht there at the half wall. Takes in the face-off dot. He misses wide of the mark. Back to Hentz right outside the face-off circle. Brings it alongside, carries it in to the end line. Tries a backhand, pushes it around to the far side. Tice there. Over to Walker. Off Walker's stick. Penalty's over. Back to full strength, both sides. Walker with it in the face-off dot. A lot of stick handling, no action. Rick Kemper with it. Wacht is the big check. Fans wanted a penalty on that one. Not going to get it. Rick Hemper with it. Over to walk. There's a shot. Goalie's in the way. Covered up. And, ref's in the way. Goalie covered up. Earned a whistle. 5-on-5. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first period. There's a shot for Tice. Hits the goalie. Can't control it. Lambert in the corner. Puck clears the zone. Thunder going the other way briefly. Over to Hentz at his own blue line. Puck high in the air. Heron tries to bat it. Can't get it. Ewing plays it around the outside. Lambert with it. Lambert back to Cam. Cam with the shot. Misses near side. Heron goes to the half wall. Sends it back across the ice. Going to go out to Lambert. Over to Hentz. Back to Lambert. Creates space. Heron goes to the half wall with it. Two Thunder go with him. Back out to Burns. Burns over to Ewing with it. Along with Heron on the end line. Lambert with a shot from the slot. Misses wide. Thunder try to clear. Lambert back to retrieve. Sends it in deep behind the end line. Ewing there. Heron along the half wall behind the referee. There's a shot from the point. Puts it in. Layden Lambert with the rebound. Lots of pressure there by the Bucs. Shot came in from the point. Deflects off the goalie, and Aiden Lambert's there to put it away. .230 to go here in the first period. Bucs on top 3-0. Reminder, at the end of this period, we're going to have a 15-minute or so intermission for another ice scrape. So feel free to top off your drinks, get a snack, put the pizza in the oven now so it's ready for the second and third periods. Shizzle and Burke pressuring at the end line, win the puck. Puck still loose behind the net. Shizzle battling. Centering pass. There's a shot. Misses, not in. No goal. That is no goal. We're going to get a penalty against the Thunder. We're going to get roughing. This kid's taller than I am by a good head. And he's 14 probably. Excellent job by the Thunder goalie keeping it out of the net. It was on the red line. It was not past the red line. Kaiser with the shot from the point. Hits the goalie. Burke with the wraparound attempt. Good job by the Thunder goalie keeping it in. Benning with it. Takes a shot across the goal mouth. Minute 30 to go here in the period. A little over a minute in the power play. Puck loose through the crease into the corner. Shizzle there. Shizzle still with it. Weeks shot. There's a goal. Evan Burke gets his second. Another rebound. Heavy pressure by the Bucs. Ken Shizzle working hard getting that ball over there. So nothing. All right, we're going to get the ice scraped here. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Bucs on top at the end of the first 5-0. Getting told there's some audio issues, so if you can hear me, great. If not, then right there on the screen it says scraping the ice. So we'll be back in about 14 minutes. Bucs on top 5-0. They haven't even started the ice yet. All right, if anyone's watching, can you let me know if the sound is coming back or not? I just unplugged a bunch of stuff and replugged it back in. It shows me I'm getting sound, so if it's not coming to you, then I'm not seeing any issues, any drop frames or anything. So if you get it, I apologize. If not, I'll keep working at it, but it might just be frozen right now and unable to process audio. But we'll be back in about 12 minutes if you can hear it. We're back, getting ready to start the second period. Teams have come on the ice after the ice scraping intermission. Give them about 2 minutes to warm up here. Probably less than that. I think they want to get on the road just as much as we do, and there's still another game this evening. Bucs lead after the first 5-0. Goals by Blake Rickemper. Sorry, I'm filling out a form here. Grant Walk, Aiden Lambert, and 2 from Evan Burke. Give the Bucs a 5-0 lead here at the start of the second period. Bucs get another goal. We're going to move to a running clock until Marinette causes the lead to be less than 6. So let's get this goal early. We can finish this game, and then we're going to go get some barbecue after this. That's what I'm told. So that'll be a good, wholesome meal. Warm us up from the inside out. It has gotten a little bit colder since the start of the first period. It's probably 2 degrees right now outside. Makes it a little colder here inside. 15 minutes around the clock. Both sides are lined up for the face-off. Heron takes the face-off with Ewing back at defense with Burns. Kaiser on the front line. Seth mixing up the lines a little bit here with his 5-0 lead. Puck over on the near boards. Centering pass. Ewing puts a shot on net. Kicked away by the goalie. Centering pass. Brody Burns from the blue line. There's a shot. Heron in front. Tries the backhand. Can't get it. We're going to get an icing call. And go to the other end. Kaiser, Lambert, Heron, Ewing, and Burns out on the ice. Puck loose around the far boards. We're going to get a penalty here on Burns. Kaiser smacks at it. Burns is going to get a trip. Bucs are going to go on a penalty kill. Hazel, Burke, Hentz, Shizzle out on the ice for the Bucs. So shot goal comes off its post. Sickles makes the save against the post. Happened a few times in Omaha. Not sure if that's a goal issue or not. It doesn't have pegs to go in again. It just has those little sharp discs that they sit on. So put enough pressure into it. It will break away. Puck out to the point. Send in. Hazel up to Burke. Going to get a penalty for it. As you all watched, Hazel's going to get interference. Puck was long away before Hazel took that shot. And then he looked over and I don't know if he taunted him, goaded him, whatever. He just kind of stared him down as he skated by. But now he's going to sit in the bench or in the penalty box where it's nice and cold. Burke with the back to Hentz with the shot. This is wide. Hazel there. Shizzle tries to send it in on the near side. Blocked by Burke in front over to the corner. Puck is still loose. Shot from Hazel at the face-off dot. Puck loose around the far board. Sent up. We got 4-on-4 for about 40 seconds. A lot of space here for the Bucs to work. Back to Hazel at the point. Low shot hit Hentz in the skate. Burke with it along the near half wall. Carries it into the corner. Passes back to Hazel. Other is wide to the right. Deflects all the way around the ice. Hentz there to retrieve. Chased by a Thunder. Misplays the puck. Thankfully the Thunder overskate it. Over to Burke at the blue line. In front of the penalty box. Burke sends up, and Burns skates right over the puck again. Had herself a breakaway had he put the stick down. There's a shot covered up by the goalie. Shizzle with the attempt from the end line. Earns a face-off. Bucs have a power play for another 10 seconds. Face off to the right of the Thunder goalie. Walked, wins the face off. Walker there with Reckamper. Both sides are at full strength now. Walker goes behind the net. Still in the end line, takes a shot, tries to hit it off the goalie, goes behind the net. Kept in by Ewing. Wind up shot, Walker, kicked away by the goalie. Whistle blow. I'm not sure if it went up in the netting or not, but whistle blew right away. We're going to go to a face-off. Tice slaps at it, keeps it in for the Bucs. Held by Reckamper at the point. Walk chases it into the corner. Flicks it on behind the net for Walker. Thunder come out with it. Send it all the way down the ice. We're going to get an icing call, so we'll leave it at this end. .11:16 left to go here in the second. Bucs on top 5-0. Walk wins the face off to Kaiser in the corner. Whips it around behind the net. Under defender retrieves it and sends a long diagonal for an icing. Lambert to take the face off for the Bucs. Burns with a shot from the point, kicked away by the Thunder goal. Kaiser centering pass, never gets through. Puck loose behind the net, gathered by the Thunder. Heron pressuring. Bodied out by the Thunder, sends it back into the near boards. Burns with it below the end line to Heron. Heron tries to get it back to him. Burns keeps it in at the point. Cross-ice pass out of the zone. Bucs have to clear out. They do. Hentz with it at the far side. Heron sends it towards the net. Goes behind the net to Kaiser. Sends it back through the crease. Intercepted by the Thunder. Carried around the backside. Kaiser with it. Kaiser gets shot into the ledge. Centering pass meets the Thunder. We're going to get an icing call. Touched by the Thunder before it went out. Under 10 to go here in the period. 5-0. Face-off coming in the offensive zone. To the left of the goalkeeper. Another icing call as Thunder just flicked it up high over the stick. And then it run down to the ice. Sickles sends the puck down. Puck in front of the net. Centering shot blocked by the goalie. Burke there to retrieve along with Tice. Thunder get it, hits off the official. Would have been an icing if it doesn't. Going the other way. Thunder's going to get tripped down by Hazel. Then Bucs are going to go on a power play. Puck hit the ref, stopped in its place in front of the bench. Otherwise, it would have been another icing. So benefit to the Thunder there. They're going to get a penalty out of it. Bucs going to go on a penalty kill here with 9:30 to go in the second period. Walk wins the face-off. Ewing tries to clear it. Walk still gives chase on the blue line. Gathered up by Rick Kemper, kicks it ahead. Puck is still loose. Ewing flicks it up out of the zone in front of the benches, chased by chased by Burns. Rick Kemper loses it in the offensive zone. Thunder coming back on power play. Rick Kemper, zero angle shot, beats Sickles' glove. And the Thunder get on the board 5-1. Power play goal. Puck came down to the end line and it looked like they were just trying to shoot it to the middle, and it went right over Eli's glove into the net. Eli wasn't sure where it went.
Marinette goal scored by number 86, Preston Nelson.
Rick Kemper back to Burns. Burns up to Walker. Thunder with it again. Poke check away, covered up by Sickles. Frozen for a face-off. 8:30 to go. Bucs lead 5-1. Aaron wins the face-off, takes it out over to Kaiser, carries it around the near side, over to Heron. Tries to pull it in. He does. There's Kaiser. Walked with it in the corner. Lambert. Carries it around net. Turns to the end line, loses it. Heron there to retrieve. Backhands it to Lambert. Yeah. Flicks it up to Heron in the corner. Thunder retrieved. Hence there with a great poke check. Lambert back to Heron. Heron inside the dots, takes the shot, misses left of the net. Kaiser there, sends it back in front. Heron doesn't get a stick on it, hits the side of the net. Lambert in the corner still. Chucked in by Thunder. Cole Tice. Sends it in, no icing. Yes, icing. One ref waved it off, the other said yes. So we're going to go the other direction. Face off to the right of the goalie as we just go under 7 minutes here in the second period. Thunder carried through neutral zone here on the near boards. Intercepted by Hazel, who dumps it down into the neutral zone. Poked away by Shizzle. Play on, says the ref. Hazel's going to get a call. Referee says roughing. Who's the call on that? So Hazel's back in the box. Benning, Hentz, Ewing, and Burke out on the ice for the Bucs. Thunder cross-ice pass at the blue line, sends it in deep, misses wide of the net. Puck goes high up in the air in front. Gonna play, nope, referee's gonna say off the mark. Nobody had possession, so puck's gonna come to the other side. Referee makes up his mind. Shoulder by Henson to the board. It's a shot, hard, misses wide of the net. Blocked by Ewing in the slot, poked away by Burke. It's going the other way with it on the far side. Front of his own bench, backhands it to the middle. Ewing there. Ewing sends it back towards net. Burke can't get a stick on it. Tries a toe drag into the corner. Thunder have it, their own end. Breaking out through the neutral zone. Poked away by Burke. 25 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Ewing over to Burke at center ice. Hentz says, come one coming behind. Not going to have an icing. Waved off. Hentz with the shot. We got 10 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Puck is loose in front of the net. Ref's calling for some water. See if we can't freeze this in any. Little goal maintenance, a little water in the hole, maybe a freeze around it. Eli putting in some snow to get it extra cold and frozen. He's got 5:11 left in the period, 6 seconds on penalty kill. Puck comes to the half wall, walks, dispossesses. Tice with it. Raykemper breaks out of the zone with it as we get to 5-on-5 hockey again. It's right across the ice. Not even looking for an opportunity to pass. There's a shot. Looks like it's saved. No goal, says the ref, as the goalie is sitting on their Tukis. Big save. Whistle blown. 4:50 left here in the period. Shot from Burns. The blue line, pushed off into the corner. Raykemper there at the half wall. Walked calling for it in the face-off dot. Enters the fray. Puck comes out from Raykemper in the dots. Shot misses wide left. Burns back on D. Tries to send it all the way around. Misplays it. Softly there to recover is Tice. Up to Burns. Raykemper did not get the touch on, neither did the Thunder, and we're going to get an icing at this end. 4:13 to go in the second period. Puck out to the point, blocked initially by Buck. Lambert clears it out. We're going to get an icing call there, so we'll just leave the camera here and come back the other way. Lambert trying to get it up to Heron. We got the national anthem playing for the music for a second. The music I have no rights to. All credit goes to the artists and such, if anyone's wondering, listening. Kaiser pokes it away into the neutral zone. Thunder try to send it back in. We're going to get an offsides. Get face off in the neutral zone. Hazel with it, plays it along the boards, up to Kaiser at the blue line. Carries into the attacking zone. Takes a shot, misses wide right. Gathered up, Heron centering pass. Nobody in front, goes all the way through. Lambert over to Kaiser. Heron in the dots, backhands over the net. Back to Kaiser and Lambert at the half wall. Hence back on D along with, looks like walked. No, I'm sorry, Lambert's on D with Hazel. Hence comes back and recovers. Heron chases behind the net. We're going to get a penalty call on Hazel here. I'm not sure what for, but there's a shot deflected out in front. We're going to get an elbow on Hazel as he was reaching for the puck. Referee says he stuck his elbow out. This is Bucs again go on a penalty kill. 3 minutes to go in the period. Burke takes along the far side, carries into the face-off dot, takes a shot high over the glass. Shizzle there in the corner to retrieve. Thunder get it, played around the boards. Ewan tries to flick it up, blocked by Thunder, going the other way. Shot gloved by Sickles, wide of the net. Thunder with it still. Ewing tries to clear it out to the half wall, does on the diagonal, clears the zone. Icing's called, we're going to wave it off. As the puck slowed down in front of the net. Hence with it behind his own net. Going to carry it down. Puck still loose along the boards. Shizzle there. Hence with the puck in front of his own net, sends it in behind the boards, bounces funny in front of the net. Gathered by the Thunder. Puck still loose. Burke grabs it from the face-off circle, backhands it into the corner. Hazel coming out of the box. Kaiser with the shot, gloved and frozen by the goalie. We got 1:26 left to go in the second. 5-1 the score. Bucs scoreless in this period. Shizzle with it. Turns it over. Shot in by the Thunder. Covered up by Sickles. Earns face off for the Thunder. Tease Kaiser, Ray Camper, Walked, and Walker out on the ice. Walk wins the face-off to the side. Puck comes free. Walk gathers behind his own net. Just over a minute to go. Pass doesn't hit Kemper. Walk carrying it down into the left face-off circle. Gets bullied off. Puck goes behind the net, cleared out to the near boards. T shoots it towards the net. Hit a something. Thunder come out with it. Kaiser in a mini 2-on-1 misses with the stick. Shoved away by Sickles. 30 seconds to go in the period. Walked is going to get a penalty for, I'm guessing, interference. Roughing is going to be the call. He knows he did something, but 30 seconds to go. Bucs again on a penalty kill. Bucs certainly are the aggressors in this game. Walker takes the face-off with Hentz, Ray Kemper, and Brody Burns on the ice. Ray Camper with it, sends it up along the boards to Walker. Walker can't get it, deflected in front, pushed out to the half wall. Gathered up by Ray Camper. Tries to play it back and out, nobody there. Pass deflected, back against the walls. Ray Camper, and that's going to be the end of the period. Bucs lead 5-1 still, end of the second. We'll be back for the start of the third. Back for the start of the third period. Bucs lead 5-1. All five coming in the first period. Thunder were able to get one back in the second. About minute 1 on the power play. Minute 3 they're going to put up. Goalies are ready. Face off by Ewing. Thunder carried into the zone. Hentz is going to get called. Thunder player down. Under players up under their own accord, skating away. Looks like it's going to be a major against Hentz. Benning goes in the box to serve the minor. I'm not sure what the call was, why it was a major. But we're going to go 5-on-3 for a minute before we get out. Do a 5-on-4. Referee still telling the timekeeper what needs to happen. "10 seconds into the third period. We're back to hockey. Ewing, Kaiser, Heron on the ice. Kaiser sends it to Heron at the zone, clears it, chips it ahead. No icing called. Thunder back to retrieve. Kaiser keeps it in at the point. Over to Heron, backhands it. Was a little IQ there. There's only 3 of you and 2 are on the blue line. We're going to get offsides. Ideally, just dump the puck in deep, add some pressure. We got 21 seconds to go in the 5-on-4. Or 5-on-3, excuse me. Ewing with it, sends it in deep behind the end line. Bounces off the wall. Heron there. There's a shot in the goal. Ewing, 0 angle shot. Goes in off the goalie. And the Bucs put one back on. Gold from Ewing. Just squirted through. And the shorty from Ewing, a 2-person shorty. Puts the Bucs back up 5. 8 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Puck back to Kaiser. Thunder play it. Five on 4 now as Watt comes out of the penalty box. Taken by Tice, blocked. Kaiser with it. Kaiser with it on the near boards, loses it at the blue line. Rick Camper with it, takes it into his own corner. Loses the edge there amongst the slush. Benning out. Not sure why Benning is out. We're going to go our 5-on-5 there. Hence still in the box, but we're back to 5-on-5. Nope, now we're back at 5-on-4. Benning came out, went right over to the bench. I'm not sure how or why, but we're going to keep playing until they say something. Evan Burke with it up here along the near side. Carries it in behind the net. Stops 2 people in front. Kaiser with the shot from the slot, low, blocked away. Redkemper tries to put it back in the box. We have another minute 30 on the clock, but now we're 5-on-5. Not sure what the scoreboard operator's doing, but Burke with it in the corner. Puck is loose, pushes it back to a Z. Redkemper to Kaiser. Kaiser winds up, low shot, stopped, and we're going to get an icing. Kaiser wind up, stopped in front by a Thunder, who sends it the other direction for icing. Referees going over to talk with their coach. Teams gather. Shizzle, Heron, Lambert, Burns, and Burke on the ice right now. Face off one over to Burke in the circle. Takes a shot into the goalie and save. Chest shot by Burke. Gobbled up by the Thunder goalie. And we'll do this all over again. Lambert back to Heron in slot. Wrist shot hits a Thunder. Bounces in front of the net. Shot in by Burns. Deflected into the goalie. Shizzle takes one for the team after the whistle's blown. We're going to get a penalty there. Bucs are going to get on a power play. 5-on-4. Penalty has been the same team for the last 4 penalties. Poor scoreboard operator. Probably been working since the 8 o'clock game. Walker with it. Back to Burns, over to Benning. Benning flicks it on. Puck goes behind the net. Ewing there. Heron at the point, sends it into Ewing along the half wall. Walker pushes back. Benning pressure up against the boards. Boston comes out with it, sends a shot. Puck loose along the boards, back to Ewing. Heron with the shot low, hits the goalie stick up in the air, it hits the roof. Hits the glass, goes up. 11:07 to go in the period, 49 seconds to go on the power play. Shot by Tice, all the way through to Benning. Benning along the near wall. Back to Kaiser. Kaiser's going to take a shot from the top of the circle. Hits a Thunder on the way through. Tice with it, taking it into his own end. Bucs trying to regroup. Up to Benning. Benning met at the blue line. Over to Walker. Winds up, takes a shot. This is wide of the net. Ewing there to retrieve. Pops it up over the end line. Toe drag right in front of the net. Backhand saved by the goalie. Loose puck out front. Tipped by Walker. Walker puts it in. Puts the rebound in. Top shelf. And the Bucs get another one. Jensen Walker gets a goal on his birthday. And the Bucs take a 7-1 lead. We're at running clock time now. 10 minutes to go in the period. Kaiser back to retrieve the puck. Still with it on the near side. Shizzle with them coming in to the attacking zone. Gets shoved off the boards. Shizzle drew the penalty earlier. Met with a couple Thunder behind. Kicks it away. Lambert tries backhand. Thunder sends it around the bottom. Rekamper over to retrieve. Shizzle in front. Puck is loose. Gathered by the Thunder. Tries to clear it out. Met by Lambert. Sends it back in behind the net. Shizzle there. Takes the puck away. Tries a centering pass. Miss hit. Thunder send it on. We're going to get an icing call as Colt Tice gives chase. And the puck finally clears the zone. Or excuse me, clears the line. And we're going with a face-off in the attacking zone. Ewing with the puck up against the boards. Sends it in behind the net. There, backhand shot. Puck still loose behind the net. Evan Burke with it here on the end line. Referee needs to get back in the corner here. Tries to reach around with a wraparound. Doesn't get there. Burns with it at the point. Sends a shot in well above the post. Goalie doesn't have a stick. Puck comes into the net. Benning with it. Goalie still doesn't have a stick. Tries to go low. Guys, he doesn't have a stick. Shoot high. Puck finally gets gobbled up. 8:08 to go, 8:05. Running clock here. Benning, Ewing, and Burke still in the forwards. Heron and Burns back on D. Ewing with the chop at it. The face-off goes in behind the net. Thunder with it. Ewing with the shot. Face-off circles. Deflects. Here's a pass to Benning. Benning shot kicked wide into the corner. Burke's going to be there. Chips it out and above. Heron gives chase with Burns. Heron with it behind his own net. Going to bring it out with a pass up to Ewing. Ewing with a long pass to Burke. Over to Benning. Benning with the shot. Glove save. And frozen. 7 minutes to go. Bucs looking to kill as much time as they can. We'll take this frozen puck. We'll take some icings here. We'll kill this last 7 minutes. And we will play tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the consolation final. Camper over to Kaiser, gets tangled up with the official. Puck goes with the Thunder. Shot misses wide of the mark. Not sure it was ever on target. Puck at the point, sent in by the Thunder. Heron tries to get a long pass to Walker, intercepted by the Thunder. Kaiser with the poke check. Kaiser's long pass zigged when Walker zagged. We'll get an icing. We'll go to the other end. My battery-operated gloves finally lost all of their juice. Starting to feel the effects of cold. Here with our under 6 minutes to go. Lambert with it, dumps it in to the end line. Puck still loose behind the net, gathered by Rekamper. Rekamper hits the slot, backhands to Walker. Walker tries to put it on. hits the side of the goal. Kaiser up to Lambert. Lambert chips it ahead. There's a shot blocked by the Thunder. Backhanded in by Tice. Walker in the corner with it. Oh, both Bucs let go through to a Thunder. Kaiser carries. Tries to wrap around. Hits the side of the net. Covered up by the goalie, and we'll have a face-off. 4:45 and counting left here in the third period. Bucs on top 7-1. Walker and Ewing added some goals in this period. Bucs cruising 4.5 to go. Benning, Shizzle, Burns, Hentz out there. Looks like Burke is also there. Hentz with the shot. Misses to the net, hits the back wall. Thunder try to clear it. There's a shot from the point. Misses on the far side. Burke tries to play it ahead. Gets all the way through to Hentz. Hentz shot from the top of the high slot. Hentz still with it. Backhand to forehand. Still in the high slot. Takes a nice slow shot. Hits the post. I think Burke redirected it a little bit to hit that post. Burke with some fancy stick work on the backside. Gets it taken away at the end by the much taller Thunder player, and we're going to get a penalty. That's got to be a major, right? From behind into the boards. There's a shot. Benning to retrieve. Burns out there. We're going to get another penalty. And Burns is going to get probably one for retaliatory. Benning is down. Hentz is going to go in. It was Burns that had the Burns had the push. Of the initial one here, we should have a second Thunder into the board. I'm not sure where Hentz came in, but maybe it was on Burke's original penalty. Benning up, skating away on its own accord. We're going to go 37, should be going in the box. 37. And the tall Thunder, Burke's original penalty. We're going to get a boarding call. I don't know what the call is. Benning went into the boards, Burke went into the boards. There are 3 Thunder in the box right now, which tells me there's going to be a major. Ref's talking it over. We have 3 in the box for the Thunder. Cam Hentz is in the box for the Bucs. Not sure why he's in there. Burns played the puck. Benning got boarded from behind. Unless he came in late. Referee still figuring it out. Coming over to talk to the coaches. Referee still chatting. Both coaches in the middle. They nod their heads. They say, okay, we're going to take care of this. We've got 1 penalty on the board. 3:30 to go. Both sides meeting together in the face-off dot. Looks like they're trying to work something together. We have it's 5-on-4 right now. Should we have 5-on-3? Still stopping here. This game could be over by now. Our scorekeepers putting in the penalties, I understand. Trying to get it all taken care of. Go back to the benches. Here we are, 5-on-4. Somehow the Thunder have 3 in the box. Lambert to Kaiser. Lambert turns around into the corner. Lambert goes behind the net. Centering pass intercepted by the Thunder. Redkemper back to retrieve. Oh, sorry, that's Heron. He snuck in there. Ewing with it on the far side of the point. Loses it. Not kept in by Heron. Offsides is the call. 7-1. Bucs on top. 2.5 to go. A little over 2.5 to go. Bucs looking to get out of here with the wind and no injuries. Excuse me. Lambert goes down. Ewing with it. Chips it over to Kaiser. Kaiser at the face-off dot. Gets it taken away. Ewing back with a poke check. More of a chop. Burns with it. Into the slot. Loses it through. Kaiser. Lambert going to stay with it here down in the corner. Still a 5-on-4. Penalty is off. There's a shot. Hits the goalie. Scoots by past the net. Heron at the point. Backhands it across to Kaiser. Kaiser sends it along the half wall to Burns. Burns still with it. Back to Heron, covered by 2 Thunder at the point. Sends it in deep. Minute 30 to go. Kaiser with it. Winds up for a shot. Misses wide of the net. Heron gets on the far side. Gonna take it into the circles. Takes a shot deflected high up into the ceiling. And we're gonna get a face-off out at. We're gonna take a face-off here in the attacking circle. 1 minute to go in the period. Redkemper, Kaiser, Tice, Walker out on the ice. Redkemper backhands it in. Walker tries to get a backhand in, covered up by the goalie. 40 seconds to go. We'll get maybe 1 or 2 face-offs left. Walker just chips in behind the net, gathered up by the Thunder. Walked with it, turnaround shot, hits the boards. 20 seconds to go. Walker along the half wall, plays it back to Tice. Tice backhands it into Walker. Walker stick handles to the end line, takes a shot. Side of the net, Walker still with it, trying to get it on his stick. Centering pass, pushed away by the goalie. 5 seconds to go. Walked with it in the corner. This one's going to end with the Buccaneer victory 7-1. And we're going to play tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the Consolation Championship. We're going to play a Wanakee for that game. Hope you all tune in. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bucs win this one 7-1 on a cold, frigid day in Dodgeville. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.